Alright, let's talk about something that has been lurking in the Devil May Cry fandom for years. Dante and Trish. What's really going on between them, if anything is going on between them at all? Now, we all know that Devil May Cry isn't shy about dropping weird, confusing, or flat-out bizarre plot points, but this one can take the cake. This is a big question. Did anything sexual happen between them? And if so, isn't that kind of strange? I mean, we're talking about Trish, a demon created by Mundus who looks exactly like Dante's dead mother. No. If you didn't know that up until now, yep, you've heard me right. Okay, so before we dive into this wild ride, let's rewind back a little bit. In the DMC1, Trish is introduced as this mysterious, badass woman demon clone who ends up teaming up with Dante to take down Mundus. Now, from that point, they develop a solid partnership. But does it stop at just being that? Let's not pretend that there isn't some tension between them. There's a whole underlying, some kind of vibe to this, and it only gets stranger. Well, look at some interactions that they had. Dante doesn't seem to be that weirded out about Trish being a clone of his mom. The fact that she looks exactly like his mother. Come on, when he catches her at the end of DMC1 after she betrayed him and almost got him killed, all he said was that very cheesy line that got stuck into our head.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light.
Bruh, that's not something you say to someone who tried to murder you, unless feelings are involved. Now, what kind of feelings? That's something else to think about. If you can get me on this, this is something that even Virgil could go what the fuck on. Dante is a character whose entire arc revolves around loss, particularly the loss of his mother Eva, who was brutally murdered when he was just a child. This trauma shapes his personality, leading him to develop a mix of bravado and deep-seated vulnerabilities. The phrase mommy issues usually refers to unresolved emotional conflicts or attachments stemming from one's relationship with their mother. Dante hearing her mother's screams and knowing how she died at the hands of demons probably related to Swarda, to his maybe limited knowledge back then, sets off a chain of reactions that lead Dante on his path to vengeance. It's not just vengeance, it's an emotional reaction. This rage and desire to protect women can be seen in his interactions with Trish, who embodies a motherly archetype despite being a demon. Devil May Cry has never been known for being subtle, and sometimes the hints are so vague that they lead fans down to all sorts of rabbit holes. Now, the real fuel for this theory comes directly from Devil May Cry 5. Specifically in Trish's character notes, apparently Dante was inexperienced before her. Yeah, you can see why this is wild. There is no way Capcom just dropped that for no reason. Then there's their banter in Devil May Cry 4. Dante and Trish back and forth talk to each other with some kind of sarcasm, but you can sense there's something deeper going on under the surface. Dante teases Trish. Trish teases Dante, like she's known him forever, and Dante acts cool and dismissive. Does that mean what we think it does? It's definitely not clear. It's also not something you casually drop without meaning something. If this implies Dante had some kind of romantic or sexual relationship with Trish, it complicates things given she's modeled after Eva, Dante's mom. It's almost like Capcom threw that detail under the bus just to mess with us. They have left the door open enough for us to speculate, but they haven't locked in any real answers. And here's where it gets really weird. Fans have debated this for years, and opinions range from they've totally hooked up to nah, they're just battle partners. Both views have merits, but you can't ignore that their dynamic often feels deeper than a simple teaming thing. Trish is someone who understands Dante in a way few others do, often serving as a grounding force for him. She is not just a sidekick. She's an intriguing figure who not only resembles his mother in looks, but also embodies a mix of maternal care and a bad girl allure. The concept of mommy issues isn't just wanting approval or affection. It dives deeper into psychological aspects of Dante's character. He often portrays a tough exterior, cracking jokes and acting aloof, but beneath that, he harbors deep-seated insecurities and unresolved feelings about his mother's death. This makes him more susceptible to forming unhealthy attachments, and his relationship with Trish is a prime example. He wants to trust her, to connect with her, but he's constantly battling the fear of being hurt again, something that is deeply rooted to his early experiences with loss. But at the same time, many fans point out that Dante's respect for Trish might keep him from acting on any romantic impulses, precisely because she resembles Eva. The thing with Devil May Cry is that it's always had this over-the-top, campy vibe. The game plays out with crazy ideas and doesn't take itself too seriously. If we don't count the reboot one, which means this ambiguous relationship might just be another way of keeping us talking, but let's not pretend that the whole Trish looking like Dante's mom thing isn't weird. It is super weird, and yet it kind of fits with Devil May Cry's universe's brand of insanity. Dante respects Trish to the point where he might not want to cross that line, but let's face it, Dante's life is already a mess. What's adding a bit of weird sexual tension to that mix? It's all a part of madness that is Devil May Cry. Dante is pretty good at burying his emotional baggages. The guy has been through literal hell and back. Plus, Capcom loves throwing in bizarre storylines just to keep us on the edge. Could it be a troll move on their part? Maybe. At the end of the day, whether or not Dante and Trish ever cross that line is just one of those things Capcom may never ever fully explain. But that's just part of things that keep us fans hooked, right? The mystery, the drama, the what ifs. In fact, Capcom probably likes leaving things vague. Whether you think they had a fling or not, there is no denying that their dynamic is one of the most intriguing parts of the Devil May Cry series. Tell me about your opinions in the comments down below. Do you agree? Do you not? Do you think anything happened between them? For me personally, if anything did, it would be too weird, and I hope not, but we don't know. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye!